Today, we're talking supercars, cheap supercars. In today's world, if you're looking to cop a supercar, you either need to be living on the beach smoking cigars type rich, or you're gonna have to scam grandmas online. It's damn near impossible for any of us regular Joes to even think about owning a Porsche or Lambo. But there is a secret to the universe, and more specifically, the car universe, that the Matrix doesn't want you to know. And that secret is old supercars. Now, I immediately know what you degenerates might be saying in the comments section down below. You can't buy an old supercar, you're gonna lose more money on repairs and maintenance than the actual car. Well, believe me, I'm not as stupid as I sound. Which is why the 5 cars that we're bringing you today are certified to have you dropping your jaw, blazing down the roads, and you'll be sure to have these whips for a lifetime. These whips are classy, powerful, and a joy to ride in, with no one even knowing you paid less than 70 racks to get. I'm not gonna beat around the bush with this first one. The Acura NSX is the first whip on our list, and it's not even the craziest. Acura is known for having reliable luxury cars that may or may not have the best drivers inside of them. But the NSX is a complete one-off. First introduced in the 90s, it was designed to be a competitor for other companies' tops whips while still having a relatively affordable price tag. And by relatively, I mean it doesn't have the same cost as the average American house. Today, if you want to buy a 2022 Acura NSX, you're looking at forking over 170 grand. But we're not looking at the 2022 model. Instead, we're going to take a blast from the past and look back to 1991 when the original Acura NSX was produced. It may not be as flashy and stylish as the modern models, but the 1991 NSX holds a 3-liter V6 that produces 270 horsepower and 210 foot-pound of torque. Its interior for the time was stylish and comfortable, and if you can find an NSX that is still in good condition, you can be sure to have a comfortable ride. Inspired by the McLaren P1, the NSX comes with a variety of color options, and you can drop the top at the beach. For a price around $68K, the NSX is a perfect supercar for anyone on a budget. But maybe you would prefer some good old-fashioned American muscle power rather than a Japanese engineer whip. Well, boy, do I got something for you. This car is fast as hell, stylish and sleek, and you can mod the hell out of this whip to make it the scariest car on the road. I'm talking about a C7 Corvette ZR1. You may think a Camaro or Mustang would be on the list, but you'd be wrong. The C7 Corvette ZR1 is a powerhouse vehicle boasting out 700 plus horsepower from a 6.2-liter V8 engine that will launch you from 0 to 60 in just 3.8 seconds. This is definitely the fastest whip on the list that will have you even beating Dom Toretto, but that's just a start. Not only will a 2019 Corvette C7 ZR1 run you right around 50K, it's the modification options that really set this whip apart. You can modify the entire exterior to make her look like a real road beast, and if you can fork over the money for a Stage 2 tune, holy shit, you're gonna be blazing down the road. You'll be moving so fast that Highway Patrol is gonna completely give up trying to chase your ass. Now, let's tune the heat down a bit for our next pick. Instead of an American road beast, we're gonna be looking for some classy German luxury. And what better way than a 2017 AMG C63? With a 530 horsepower 4-liter V8 engine, the AMG C63 is a perfect cheap supercar for anyone who isn't a trust fund baby. The car comes with classic Mercedes luxury and quite up-to-date technology since it's only a 2017 model. Brand new C63s would run your pockets a whopping $125,000. But the 2017 model instead is only going to break the bank for about $66,000. Yes, the car is going to be a pain for maintenance, and if you get into an accident, well, good luck. But the car holds its value, and if you can find one in great condition with very few miles, this whip is going to last you for years. If you think that the AMG was classy, wait until you hear about our next whip, the Bentley Continental GT Speed. You might be in shock that a car with a brand name like Bentley is in a less than $70,000 car video. And honestly, I was shocked too until I did a bit of digging. With a price of just over $70,000 at about $77,000, it's the only hyper luxury car on our list, and it's honestly the most reliable too. The model was discontinued in 2022, but finding these used beauties are fairly easy. They come in a range of semi-attractive colors, and for those of you who like the idea of whipping around an old-timey car, then this whip is for you. With options for a 4-liter V8 or even a 6-liter W12, this whip is not only going to let you pull up to Nobu in style, but no one is going to know how much you paid. And our last whip is not only going to have you racing down the roads faster than anyone else, but you're going to have the ladies lining up waiting for you too. Last but definitely not least, We're talking about the famous Audi R8. The Audi R8 is known amongst car geeks and social media influencers as a piece of German engineering beauty. Packed with a roaring V10, the R8 makes a staggering 602 horsepower. Not only is it unbeatable on the track, but its style and flash makes you look like you just hopped out of GTA. The best part is, you're not going to have to fork over $250,000 to get your own. A 2014 R8 will only run you about $68,000, with barely any miles on it too. It's not as up-to-date and sleek as the most recent models, but it's still a showstopper that's going to have everyone turning heads and its crazy roars. But what do you think? Did we miss a budget baller that you think we should have added to the list? Let us know down in the comments below.